Hey folks, how's it going? So we're back from the maintenance and Granblue has gotten a pretty decent update. We begin with the new main story quest, 7 chapters of it. We've got the new ultimate masteries for Spartan, Luchador, Soldier and Tormentor. And I think I want to start checking out the Luchador one. Some attack, some HP, debuff success rate, CA damage, chain burst cap, and CA cap. That's a bit weird. Like, Luchador is a class that deals mostly auto-attack damage. Why would you give it CA specs? Let's do one quick burst and see what the damage looks like. Okay, 125 millions. For now, let's go level the ultimate mastery up. When it comes to the skills, form a tag team with the ally in the next position, can tag one ally at a time, team splits upon recast, 1 turn cooldown. Charge bar is boosted every turn, boost to CA specs at the end of the turn, instant standby, and CA reactivation every 5 turns. Sounds interesting for longer fights and for CA based comps. It's really weird that Luchador is getting CA stuff. Fight Song, boost to caster's triple attack rate, raise exciting match level by 1 upon triple attacks. When level is 7 at the end of the turn, resets level and cooldown for caster's damage skill. Sharp boost to attack, can't recast. Attack is sharply boosted, can't be removed. Is this a permanent assassin after the 7th turn? Well, I say 7th turn, but you just need the level up to 7, and you can get this with double strikes and other character buffs. Might be really interesting to try. Really want to see what this looks like. There's the Rudo, take the role of the Rudo, various effects auto-activate. Use charge attack even when set to hold. Activates at battle start, can't use skills, can't be recast. Uses charge attack when charge bar is full even if set on hold. Counters upon taking damage, 3 hit elemental damage to a foe and hit to attack and defense up after normal attacks. Elemental damage to a foe, bonus elemental damage effect to caster upon using charge attack. When a foe uses a special attack, 2 hits elemental damage to the foe, toxicosis level increases by 1 and blind. This one auto-activates and it doesn't let him use any other skills though. It's still fairly interesting, but it's going to depend on the rest of the team comp. Okay, first just a quick check about how much, and if at all, the damage went up. Don't think it did, because all it got were standard attack. A little bit higher base stats usually help, but in this case they shouldn't really make that big of a difference. Yeah, looks like we'll still be in the 125 million damage range. 129, almost the same. And 23, yeah, 23.6, exact same amount of damage. So let's check the actual interesting skills. Sadly, I'm almost done with my Ultima weapons, but the Feast has been staying behind a bit. So can't really run an Ultima team with this. Summons are pretty standard. Weapon, again, basic, sort of basic Magna Grid. Extended Mastery, might want to pick up defense, maybe, later. I might consider CA damage too, since now they want this class to do charge attacks. Alright, does this mean that it's going to split up the team every turn now? And I have to recast this every turn. Probably a horrible skill to use on full auto. Oh, okay, it's available, but it's on a 0 turns cooldown, so it doesn't recast it. That's actually not bad. Okay, yeah, there it is. Full CA and CA reactivation for both of them. Probably should have used a different character instead of Fediel, since Fediel already has innate CA reactivation. And I don't think she's going up to 3. Yeah, no, it doesn't work on her. Yeah, if you want to try something more CA focused, I think just water at this point. You know, either water or light, because every other element has been going full on to skill and auto damage. Okay, well, we wait for this to finish. Which one was the other skill? This I would want to try with someone who can actually buff MC. Who can give MC double strike? Yukata Silva gets it and gives it, but Yukata Silva gives it to a character following her, so she can't buff double strike on MC. That would be Holiday Katura, but again, I don't have her. Korwa, double strike, but she consumes 10 fields. Amelia, 1 cap to Earth ally skill cooldown and double strike. Again, I don't have Amelia, that sucks. Oh, right, Amphuria, I might try Earth. Even if the grid is not yet ready to be played. Vikala also. Ariet, Karo I don't have. Iwia on turn 5. Of course, Summer Korwa, so we go back to Wind. Nehan too, but Nehan it's only 1 turn. And for Ray, this is permanent. Yeah, looks like we can stay on Dark and try using Ray in here. Okay, already up to rank 4 on turn 2. This might be even faster if I decided not to use charge attacks. But since I just want to leave it on full auto, let's see how it goes. Cooldown reduced, so it gets another tag team on turn 5. $2.6 million counters too, that actually looks pretty nice. This should be it for the 7 stacks at least. Yep. There it is, skill interval and auto. At level 7 you get attack is sharply boosted, but it doesn't come in the form of a special buff. It's up in here, and it's sharply boosted for 1 turn. The nice fact about this is that during this 1 turn, it also resets your cooldown, so you do get another tag team in here. You turn this off. 2.4 million assassins. And if you can stack this up with more double strike, it's going to be even more 2.4 million assassins if you run like Summer Korwa, Christmas Katura. Maybe if you can sync this thing up with Summer Red 2. Of course, it's just going to be better for manual play, but even for auto, a 1-turn assassin every 5 turns roughly actually doesn't sound that bad. Of course, we're going to have to compare these to other DPS-focused classes, because after Manatura came out, I think it might be a little bit difficult to catch up with it, even with the assassin. Still, it's a pretty interesting gimmick. I think I can do another one, but this should send MC up anyway. We're getting buffs next turn too. And yeah, sadly, Babs is not going to do much. But now we do get a double assassin. Even though I get the feeling that using this on Narmea would probably have been better. It's 2.6 million assassins from MC. 2.5, 2.6 compared to the over 3 millions from Narmea. So yeah, even with Korwa, at least in win since you've got Narmea, the assassins are just better used on her. Because otherwise you will need to try and desync the two, but you only really have so many fields to work with. Now what's left to try is the third skill. Third skill that honestly sounds a little bit like a meme. Okay, the chair the chair is pretty cool. Well, we managed to put down one stack of defiled at least. I don't know, I do like the extra damage, but I'm not a fan of having to completely relinquish control over MC. When it comes to damage, I think I just need to compare it to the other classes. Especially if you have to give up all sorts of utility from him. There's another 3 million damage every single turn is actually not that bad of a deal. The fact that it can apply Toxicosis and Blind, also decent. More so for the Blind compared to the Toxicosis, since these are have been kind of useless buffs. Well, debuffs. So let's let him do like 5 turns in here and see what the end result is going to look like. Because for sure I want to trigger at least the double strike. Mostly to figure out if it maybe can have some use or if it's just a full-blown meme. Alright, double strike comes on turn 6. For 195 million damage. Let's bring Fight Song back. Again, we're going for 6 turns until we get the double strike from Iwia. And yeah, of course, Lich doesn't attack on tag team. That was expected. Yeah, sadly too little double strikes for MC to actually charge up the assassin. 200 millions. It's close, but it's 5 millions higher compared to the other skill. To be honest, that's quite close too. Apparently with the autocast skill where you give up control on MC, the extra nukes can actually make up for the rest of the damage the class can do. That's pretty interesting. Also, it casts 0 skills, so of course the fight is faster. You need to give up on plenty of utility though, which I'm not a big fan of. Let's swap this back to Mana Diver and see how it compares. I think it would be unfair to slot this one in though.
あなたの隣には踊れ日々踊れ
先住民は燃やすねいい宮の良いところ
Yeah, 256 millions. Luchador was nice, it had a nice try, 2 minutes and 37 versus 2 minutes and 58, but there's also a 60 million damage difference between the two. So yeah, a couple of these new skills look nice, but I think Luchador is just going to stay as the tag team class. That's one class down and 3 more to go, so as always, thanks a lot for watching, let me know what you think about Luchador down in the comments, and see you around soon. Ciao!